Oh, there I go. All right. What's up, y'all? Um, how y'all doing? How's everybody? This is Nimbus Intuition. It's tea time. Found a spot. Don't know how long I can be here because I'm really, you know, I'm being adventurous today. So hang with y'all for a minute or two, and then I'll be headed off. All right. So what's up, y'all? Didn't let anybody know I was getting on, so um, I'm gonna give it a minute or two. I'm supposed to be on YouTube. I don't know. It looks like it's considering whether I'm gonna go live or not on that channel. So hold up, y'all. So I hope everybody's well and doing awesome wherever you are. Staying in high vibes. One thing I want to do before we start, I think I'm gonna do it every tea time at least on the tea times. I wanted to check and see if YouTube is on and going because it might not be, but if it's not, that's all right. I'm gonna keep on rocking. Um, yeah, let me see what's going on with it.
Power off.
Oh, maybe not. It's saying something else, so let me see. Let me see, because I don't have a lot of time. It's gonna get dark soon, and so I don't have a lot of time right this moment. Um, so let me see. If it doesn't, like I said, if it doesn't, I'll keep going. Cause time is limited today, since I wanted to be out here outside with y'all. So one more try, and then we just gonna keep it moving. So in the meantime, hope everybody's well. I'm on my phone and I'm on the computer, so it looks like the phone is the one this week. Um, so not to waste any more time because I got like maybe 30 minutes before it's gonna get dark. Let's see if I can make it happen. If not, then oh well. All right. So this computer screen don't want to show up for some reason. It's like two devices next to each other. One is showing up fine and the other one is not. So anyway, so let's get started. One other thing I gotta do before we get started. Um, real quick, like, all right, something I've been doing every tea time. I want to keep that going as much as I can. So that's what I'm gonna do. And there we go. All right, so let's see how this goes. How y'all doing today, tonight, wherever you are? It's not showing up well on YouTube. If it shows up on the playback like that, I'm just going to upload the other one. So let's get started. So as we get started, we think about pleasant things. So whatever that thing is that happened recently, that made you feel good, that made you smile, brings you joy, think about those things. That event that happened, um, you had a I don't know, whatever it is that makes you feel good, that picture on your phone that you look at, that video that you like, that makes you laugh. Think about those things. Think about that plant that you have somewhere around the house. Whatever it is that just brings you joy. The painting, the room, the aura, just the sunlight, the sunset. Think about those things. Keep thinking about that. And that's how we start this off. Thinking about pleasant thoughts, getting that vibration higher. Right? So I had a direction I wanted to go this week, but I changed it because of the recent happenings. So we know we had the passing of the actor that played Black Panther. So that happened a couple days ago. And so because that movie was such a significant movie, especially in the I want to say African American community, Black community all around the world actually, then you know, it's something that we're going to talk about. And so we're talking about it. He was like 43, Chadwick. I don't want to get his name wrong. So he passed away from cancer. And that just happened a few days ago, a couple of days ago. Chadwick Boseman, that's his name. And I didn't know too much about him. I did watch the movie, awesome movie. It's one of the best Marvel movies I think that they made. And so it's really sad that he's passed away and everything. And it's another death that happened this week. And unfortunately, it was because of, these, I don't even know what to call it. I called it police brutality in my video earlier, but it's not police brutality. It's like death by police. I don't know what to call it, but that happened earlier this week where a Black guy was gunned down by the police and had his back turned. So that happened. And I don't want to see the video. Please don't send me that. I don't want, I don't want to see it. I know about it or whatever, but I don't want to see it. So unfortunately, that happened as well. So we had a couple of instances this week with death. And some people kind of, they take death in different ways. Some people get sad and down and out when there's a death. And for some people, it's a celebration. You celebrate life when it comes to someone passing away. Because we know that we all have that fate. That's all of us are going to have that fate. But it depends on how it happens and how we take it. And so, hey, how you doing? I'm not able to see who that is, but how you doing? Chime in if y'all want to talk about something, but I really wanted to touch on this week because of, when that happens, I do want to kind of just be there. Just because death is something that some people, handle differently. It is good to talk about it and get together and communicate when it happens. And so I think what I've learned about him over the last couple of days that Chadwick Boseman was an upstanding guy, as far as I could tell from everything that I've, come across the last couple of days. So he was a good choice for that role, and he definitely portrayed that role well, and he will be remembered. And he played in a lot of different other movies as well, but I think that's the biggest one that he played in. So we're going to remember that one. So, I wanted to kind of acknowledge him for what he did. He played the king. He became the king in the movie of Wakanda. that movie as a whole, Wakanda, the fictionary story of the land of Wakanda, which was the plentiful land that had a certain element that everyone in the world sought out, and this element was able to bring that kingdom as the number one kingdom because of the element, and it dealt with honoring your ancestors as well. And it has that movie itself, Black Panther. It was just such a good movie. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. But he played the king to be. He became the king in the movie and everything. And so yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, but yeah. So death is something that I wanted to kind of talk about. How you doing, Lapka? So yeah, it's interesting how we take it, and I think it's taken usually the same way. I think depending on how it happened. So we kind of in celebration mode if they've had 60 or more years, and then we're celebrating, right? And if it was something sudden, like in this instance with Chadwick, then we kind of get sad because it wasn't 60 or more years. And so we want to think that, that's not a full life, but we don't know that it wasn't. So, but when it's sudden like that, we kind of, it kind of shocks us and puts us into sadness sometimes, and especially if it's even less years involved. And with a death like the murder that happened early this week, is anger involved because, the way it happened, someone is taken out of this realm, and they have, it's just no sense to be made of why it went down that way and why this person had to go when they did because of another person's decisions. Then it angers us. And so it's these different ways that this can be taken this week. And because with the murder by police thing happening, the anger is just another instance of this. So the anger, it may be a little bit stronger than usual, because it's not the first time, it's not the second time, and it's like, so I'm trying to kind of just talk about it. How are you dealing with this? How are you dealing with this week? There's a lot going on this week. How are you dealing with all the death in the air? And so that's what I wanted to talk about. Right? Me, I personally think that death should be celebrated. Unfortunately, we know that not every instance we want to celebrate, but death is a celebration. We get to live this life and either make a good life out of it, or make our lives, it can go a lot of different ways, but we have a chance at this existence. And I'm of the viewpoint that this is not the end. So whoever was here that is now gone, they're getting to start another existence, a different one, maybe an even, expansive one, better one. We don't know, firsthand, but these are the things that we believe. And so I think it's to be celebrated. Yeah, but unfortunately, we know the other things that's going on. But it's a transformation, and that's kind of what it all boils down to in my mind. It's a transformation. And this existence that we in, this lifetime that we in, is a whole bunch of transformations. Death happened to be the last one. And so I'm thinking about this, like, Why is it that all the other transformations that we have in our existence, we celebrate or we recognize in some way, but it's this last transition, this last transformation, I should say, that we tend to get sad about and we get into these other emotions about when, you know, that is like the only one of the transformations. Now, and if you think about it, we can go in on it, right? Hold up. So, all right, and I'm gonna take us through it now. So, the very first transformation, the most amazing one of them all, in my opinion, is the one that creates us. The creation is so beautiful. This small microscopic sperm and egg, right? That meet to start the process of creating you. Like once upon a time, I was an egg and sperm. Like for real. Like you think about that, like wow, right? And so that meeting, that connection that happens, starts this whole bunch of thousands of transformations that happens inside of a woman's womb. You got mitosis, meiosis, and all of the 9 months, thousands, probably more than that, transformations happen inside the womb to create us before we, get birth. So that's a celebration when a woman finds out that she's with child, most of the time anyway. That can be, debatable, but most of the time, woman finds out she's about to, she's with child. It's a celebration. It's excitement. It's beautiful. The creation of life, right? And then the transformation of exiting that womb. We live that whole time inside of our mother. So many transformations going on until we exit the womb. And again, we celebrate that, the birth. We're here. We're here. We're outside the womb, and transformations continue. We learn how to talk, to walk, to crawl, to did it backwards, but I mean, transformation after transformation. We grow hair, we grow in length, we grow in weight, we grow. I mean, it goes on and on. I just wanted to go through it, like for real, like all the transformations that we have, and we celebrate them, like a lot of them. We get to toddler, then we got the learning that we do. We go to school and we make our first friends and I mean, it's just so many. Celebrate birthdays. We get older and teen years. We got puberty, men, their voice drops, and I mean, it's just one after another after another. We grow from these babies that are anywhere from 5 pounds to 10 pounds average into adults that we're 100, 125 pounds, 200 pounds. Like, isn't that amazing? These are all transformations that happen. And so we go through our adulthood, keep continuing to transform. And most of the time, it's not within our bodies anymore. It's more mental, it's more physical, it's more about learning and existing and experiencing our lives until we, at the end of it, where continuing to transform, hair starts to change, your body starts to change as we get older, and then we are close to the end, and those transformations continue. And so when it's finally here, we are no longer going to be at this realm, and we're transferring into whatever's next. We've gone through probably millions of different transformations. And so that is the last one where we leave this body and go to what's next. And so it's something to be celebrated. Most cases, I would say, like, you know. And so, how are you dealing with this week? So, because of it being two different types of transitions that went on this week, there may be a set of different emotions that you're experiencing. And it's normal, of course. Grief is a whole thing, like grief. And we grieve when death happens, but we grieve when other things happen. But death is that grief that sometimes can last a long time. But it's about that transition. It's about that transformation. And so, how are you dealing? How are you? And that's really what I wanted to talk about. If anybody wants to chime in, go ahead and do so. It's getting dark. And so I have maybe about 5 more minutes until you probably won't be able to see me. I know this other screen, you can not even see me. But yeah. Transformations, transitions. That's what I wanted to talk about today. And so just trying to feel y'all out and how y'all doing. If you are dealing with that, it's good to talk about it. So don't be, silent about it. Talk with someone about it. Whether it is the anger that you may feel from the earlier incident this week, or the sadness you may feel for the latest passing of, the actor who played the Black Panther. So, talk. It's good. It's definitely good to talk about it. And yeah, just release whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're feeling, talk about it. And, that's a way to deal with it, whatever you're going through right now, especially if it's affecting you where it's getting you down and out or sad. Because from what I found out about Chadwick Boseman in the last couple of days is it seems as he's lived quite a bit of life. So he may have, fulfilled his purpose. Only he would know that. But, he's done some things. And it's, he was young. He passed away pretty young. Yet he did some things. And so we're glad for his presence and what we got to experience with him, is sharing that. And so yeah, but talk about it. Friends, family, go online, go on groups, and talk about it. If it's something that you're grieving, there are groups for that as well. And grieving, if that is what you're going through, can take a while. So don't put pressure on yourself to to grieve quickly. What we don't want to do right now, because of all of the other things that are going on, you don't want to stay in a low frequency. So if you can, continue to do those things that make you feel good, bring you joy, bring you laughter, and not dwell on the negative. So because that opens you up to things when you're in a low state of being. So you want to, as much as you can, not remain there. And I know it's easier said than done, but just have that in mind, that you want to do things as much as you can to raise that frequency, especially with what's going on. All right, so don't forget to do more smiling, more laughing than you do being sad and frowning. All right, and one of the advantages to the way we can connect is that you can connect with people, even strangers, and just to talk and share and let those emotions out, because you want to let them out, not hold on to them and let them become something else. All right. And so I told y'all I didn't have that long. And so y'all see the light is going away and the night is coming in, and it's coming in kind of fast. And so on that, I will go ahead and I'll be going. I'm out here. I'm being a trooper because these mosquitoes, they're out again. It's been raining a lot more lately, and these mosquitoes have been out more. So, but I wanted to come to y'all, and I know I like this time of day, and so yeah. So I'm there. If you want to talk, go ahead and message me on Messenger, and we can go ahead and communicate that way. You can leave a comment if you want. And there are a lot of groups out here for grief if you are grieving right now. But try as much as you can to stay, on a higher frequency. Okay? All right, y'all. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead. I just wanted to update y'all on this at the same time as I got the last couple minutes of light. So where I am, been locked down. We on the second lockdown as of a couple weeks ago. Now, what I learned this week was money has become a factor. So that is the way they are kind of forcing folks to comply with all the mandates and the rules. So you get fined if you allow people to come into your establishment without a mask. You get fined if you're outside and you got a food truck and somebody purchases from you without a mask. You get fined if whatever has been stated as far as the mask wearing is concerned is not followed. There's a fine involved. You're also going to get fined, and I haven't, this has just come to my knowledge right now. You'll get fined now for walking down the public street without a mask on. And so that is what's going on. So it's either wear a mask or pay literally the price. And that's what's going on here. So I think this week is going to be, September's here in a couple of days. So we know that September is that month. That month that I told you came to me a while ago, and a month that other people have also stated as a time where some stuff is going to happen. We just don't know exactly what. But that's what's going on here. So I'm just going to keep on informing y'all what's going on. And we'll see, because I'm not really happy at this moment, because I'm like, my arm being twisted. Y'all know how I feel about the freedoms that are at risk right now. And this is just like, it's a money thing right now. All right. And so I'm about to go. I see y'all peeking in and everything. Appreciate y'all. On note, let me really go because it's about to be dark. So thank you for joining me, whether you're watching now, tune in later, whenever you watch. Go ahead and check me out on YouTube. Check out the things that I'm doing. I'll post and let you know as I'm doing it. And I hope everybody's well, taking care of yourself. Make sure that you are eating better. Like, for real, that is going to make the difference between what happens in the near future and how you're eating. Whether you're eating to live or not really makes a difference now, because it's about your immune system. Whatever it is that's going around, it's about your immune system. So eat as well as you can. I'll be doing my weight loss event soon. So check out for that, and I'll see y'all soon. The light's going away. Almost gone. So let me give you a hug. All right. Let me give you a hug. Let me give you a hug. Oh. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good week.